Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Psycho Gold Videos. My name is Psycho Gold and today we're going to be checking out the latest episode of Overlord. After all, it's a Tuesday. What else am I gonna do with my night, right guys? Last time on Overlord we had a pretty good episode, but it wasn't the episode I was expecting it to be. We got introduced to a ton of new characters. We got introduced to a whole new kingdom for that matter. And we ended on a rather disturbing revelation, at least disturbing from the point of view of the lives of the people who are going to do this. We learned that they are about to launch an expedition into Nazarick. They are going to try and plunder the depths of Nazarick because they obviously don't know what Nazarick is. They believe that these are archaeological unearthed tombs. No. Now, I don't know if this is the fake Nazarick or the real Nazarick that they're attacking. If it's the real Nazarick, we're about to see a lot of blood and gore. If it's the fake Nazarick, we're probably still going to see a lot of blood and gore, but it might not be quite as bad. I guess it's going to depend very much on what exactly is going to happen and who is going to do it. We could see the Guardians, we could see some of the regular minions, or we could even see Syiance himself make an appearance and deal with these fools firsthand to spread the name of Einsalgon. Which would be interesting if he does. I'm very excited to see this episode. I really hope that this one we get to see the darker side of Nazarick, because at the end of the day they are all villains, and I had quite a few people comment on my last video saying that if I didn't like the idea of a villain being a main character, then they tried to like explain why I would like it, and I'm like, I don't know what I said that makes you think I would have a problem if Syiance became a full-on villain. I wouldn't. I'd probably enjoy the show even more. I've read multiple comic books where the villain is the main character. Some of my favorite films are from a different point of view. Anti-heroes, vigilantes, but they're definitely in the wrong. And some of my favorite characters like Magneto from X-Men, Venom from Spider-Man, you know, they're bad guys. And, you know, they're redeemable bad guys, but people like Sabretooth, for example, he ain't redeemable, but he's still a hell of a lot of fun. I have no problem with a show centering it from the point of view of the villain. If anything, I think that's such a cool idea. And I actually thought that that's what this was going to be. Like, he's way more nice than I thought he was going to be when I started watching this way back in the first season. So, if we're now going to start to see Syiance be a bit more evil Overlord, I'm all for seeing what that entails. So, without further ado, let's jump into episode 7 and see what this week has in store for us. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, well it looks like they're scouting out Nazarick. Well, you're actually not wrong. There's definitely an undead lurking inside. I'm not convinced about that one, my friend. I get the distinct impression that it's not going to be their best job yet. Chapter 7. I'm guessing that says entangled in a spider's web. Thank you for that subtitles. Wait, what? He was putting on an act? Oh, okay. Fair enough. I'm very curious what this building is. I mean, if this is the fake Nazarick, I'm surprised it's undefended. In fact, this whole thing feels like a trap, I'm not gonna lie. That looks like Nazarick. Oh, yeah, I've just realized what they said. They all went to different places and now they're meeting up. Yeah, yeah. I love the fact that the ambience music is now kicked in as well, when the episode has been practically silent. Now, are these skeletons gonna be pushovers like they think? Oh yeah, they are, okay. Okay, I quite like him. He seems to have his head screwed on straight. I like that, you know. Oh, he lost himself there for a minute. Oh wow, that actually looks more like technology, like the old UI from when you know, it was still a game. Oh dear. Oh, they have entered the abode of the Supreme Beings. So I guess that means this must be the real Nazarick. Yeah. Oh. Oh dear. Yeah, they're all screwed. One of them on their own would have been end of days, but really? No! No, you're not! Wait, what? They can't murder them directly? Okay. Okay. I like the way they're commentating on it, how badly they're doing. Oh! I'm sorry, but this battle was decided... Oh, she's drooling. What's chasing them then? Something... Oh, a load of skeletal mages. The blessings of God can only get so far. Love it. Yeah, they're with the guy that creeps out Albedo and Sheltier, aren't they? Okay. That's the one. Hello! Oh, yeah. I don't think this is going to be very pretty somehow. They cannibalize themselves? That's slightly worrying. Yeah, why are there only two of them? Oh, yeah. There goes the neighborhood. Yeah, no. Oh, wait, what is that thing? The ugly Albedo. Yeah, well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, dude. Even though I'm calling you dude, you sound like a dude, but I think you're not a dude. Well, whatever. Whatever you want to be. The Special Intelligence Collector Neuronist. AKA a torturer. Oh, that's vicious. Hey! Oh, it's the lizard man as well. Why are the lizard men, they like have collars around their necks but broken chains? That seems pointless. I mean, he might surprise us and turn out to actually be pretty good, but no, I didn't think so. Okay. When he stands on his back legs, that's actually pretty intimidating. Okay. So, the sword isn't actually powerful enough to cut Hamasuke. That's interesting. Oh dear. And that's all he wrote. Oh, his hands! Ah. Oh, they smiled. Oh! They're celebrating and laughing at him. Oh, I hope they get to live. Oh, are they in the arena? Yeah, they are. Which means they've got to go up against possibly the twins. Okay, so two of them got teleported to... Wait, that's the end? Damn! That episode just disappeared. No, you're not outside, my dudes. Oh, there we go. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah. Next episode could be over in like a minute. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was Overlord episode 7. A fantastic episode. And I can see now why people said that he can be more evil in this series. Now, I've seen some pretty dark stuff, so I know lots of people might be like, oh, that's not the reaction you should have when someone's being eaten alive. It's a show, dude. I'm not taking it seriously. I thought it was fantastic to see Nazarick finally cut loose and demonstrate, you know, all these other characters that we've not seen before, how much aligned to the dark side they actually are, because ultimately they're all evil, they're all monsters. Now, being a monster doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be evil. There are good ones amongst them who are, you know, more closer aligned with being good, but they all serve Syiance, and right now Syiance is pissed that somebody has kicked down the front door and invited themselves into his home. And you know what? I don't blame him. Now, on the other hand, there is such a thing as a measured response. However, I never expected Syiance to have a measured response, considering his reaction to when he wanted the lizard people, you know, when he was testing Cocytus and he brought all of the Guardians a red carpet, including the giant behemoth Guardian, and, you know, he made such a show of force. There is literally no reason why any of them had to enter the tomb of Nazarick. This is all for dramatic effect, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that, well, I would say that some of them will survive, but the fact that they're now up against Syiance himself is making me question that, because... Oop. I was gonna say that he needs survivors to tell the tale of the story so that people will know to be afraid of him, that they'll know that Nazarick exists and that it's a place, but at the same time, now that he's put himself against those four, which we all know he can win without trying, I don't see him allowing anybody to survive a confrontation with Syiance himself. However, they did say that the dead are going to be brought to him, which makes me wonder if they're going to use necromancy to revive the dead to use as their agents in the world of the living, because they might have much more advanced reanimation techniques than the mages of this world, and are able to essentially do a pure revive, but keep them under their control. I have this vague memory of something along those lines being said in a previous episode, and we know people like Demiurge can influence other people's decision-making ability and, you know, put people under his control, so it wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility for Syiance to just basically manipulate everybody into doing what he wanted anyway. He doesn't have to conquer them if he doesn't want to. He could have just ruled from the shadows, in my opinion. But this way is much more fun. The episode itself I thought was great. I loved the speech that Momon gave to that guard when he was trying to cover for the fact that he knew they were all going to die. And that's actually a good point. I forgot that there's a camp of people outside, so no, he doesn't need to leave any survivors, does he? The Adamantite level adventurer Momon can spread the word that you don't go into that tomb, and all the other gold level adventurers can back him up on that. I love seeing the skeletal armies also get to do some work. Obviously the basic skeletons got broken pretty easily, but once they started to bring out the special guards, the mages, the bowmen, I really liked seeing just the general forces of Nazarick be allowed to show off that they, you know, Syiance's army is pretty strong, never mind the Guardians and the Pleiades. You know, that scene as well was brilliant, hearing the Pleiades just commentate on how badly that group was doing. I thought that group was going to do better, especially the amount of intelligence the Elder showed. I thought that these guys would be able to not win. I didn't expect them to win, but I thought they would last longer against those skeletons. I thought they'd stalemate them for a bit and then the skeletons would overpower them. But they were also like the high-ranking skeletons of the tomb, it seemed, with their magic weapons and their much more menacing look, and they were much bigger than the others, so it was probably, those guys are like the uber skeletons of the game back when it was a game. So it makes sense that they wouldn't be able to survive against them since they're not particularly high ranking anyway. And we know that the beings of this world that are high ranking aren't much of a threat to Nazarick. There are beings in this world that are a threat to Nazarick, as we established in the first season when Shaltir was turned against Syiance. But we still don't actually know what the deal is there with all of that, and that's never really been addressed since, in the anime at least. It will be interesting to see if once Nazarick is more known and this word of this spreads, whether or not they will make a reappearance. And it will be interesting to see whether or not Shaltir does anything, or if she's gonna, if it seems like most of the Guardians aren't actually allowed to be involved in this, and same with the Pleiades, as they've been told to not get involved, it seems, to just be the regular skeletons that does the killing. So it'll be interesting to see just what exactly Syiance and Demiurge's plan is, because we still don't know what the plan is. I know that there is one, because Syiance referenced it in the last episode, so I'm looking forward to see the next episodes unfold this particular arc. And the next episode in particular is going to be hype, because I'm going to get to see that fight sequence of Syiance versus the Four. And it looks like he's wearing his gladiator gear like he was when he was swapping between his different armor sets with the fight against Shaltir, so that's going to be pretty fun in of itself. Right guys, that's going to do it for me for this particular episode. Please let me know down below in the comment section what you thought of this very hype episode. And as always, if you enjoy this episode, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe if you're new here. We watch Overlord every week as it comes out. And we have a lot of other great animes going on as well at the moment. And don't forget, if you want to watch these reactions uncut, you can go over to my Patreon. And if you choose to support the channel that way, you get access to uncut reactions, to early reactions, and all the other good stuff that you can check out if you go over there. The link is in the description below. Anyway, that's it from me guys, so as always, I am Psycho Gold, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold, out.